Hello and welcome to SaltWire today for Tuesday, April 11th. I'm your host, Kate Walker. For the second time in less than a year, a suspicious fire has damaged the historic horticulture hall in the Halifax Public Gardens. The fire was reported around 11 o'clock last night. Halifax Fire says the damage was minor and that it started on the exterior of the back of the building. As you can see, the fire scorched the area around an entry door and blackened the wooden exterior almost to the roofline. It didn't get into the interior of the 175-year-old building or the walls. The fire is still under investigation but is considered suspicious. In September, a similar incident happened when a fire broke out on the same side of the building and started on a deck that burned up between the junction of the exterior walls along a window and to the eaves. The horticulture hall was built in 1847 as a meeting hall and storage area for the Nova Scotia Horticulture Society. It's the oldest part of the gardens and is now home to a cafe. It was the third suspicious incident at the gardens since the summer of 2022. Last July, someone went into the site under cover of darkness and hacked 32 trees, killing several and damaging others. The federal government is taking steps to address the overdose crisis and the toxic illegal drug supply in Canada. Ottawa recently announced in Budget 2023 nearly $4 million in funding for 9 community-led projects across the Atlantic region, more than $2 million of it for here in Nova Scotia. Today, Minister of Health and Addictions Carolyn Bennett was at Dalhousie University to talk about the importance behind the funding through Health Canada's Substance Use and Addictions Program.
Tragically, the toxic drug and overdose crisis continues to take a deadly toll here in Halifax, across the province, in Cape Breton, and in so many other communities across Canada.
Some of the funding for Nova Scotia will go towards SKIP, which has been on a mission to improve children's pain management.
With this new funding, SKIP will lead a nationwide initiative to improve the effective, safe, and equitable use of opioids for pain in youth in Canada.
This federal funding overall is to allow people living in the Maritimes access to better prevention, harm reduction, and treatment, specifically marginalized groups such as youth, Indigenous, and 2S LGBTQIA+ individuals. Spring is in the air, and with the snow cleared, Halifax residents are finding more dog poop in parks and on paths. Many Haligonians have taken to social media to highlight used doggy bags, many of them claiming a lack of garbage cans is the cause for the waste. At Point Pleasant Park, dog walkers out for a stroll are no strangers to seeing the dog waste around the paths.
Oh, everywhere. The Commons, Point Pleasant, around the neighborhood. People are negligent everywhere.
I think the important thing about that is that if it's where pedestrians are, particularly where people could walk on it accidentally, or whether it's on footpaths, I mean, I would say it's irresponsible for the dog owner to neglect that.
HRM mandates that dog owners always clean up after their pets, but it's clear that some owners don't think they had to. A multi-million-dollar donation may be the saving grace for the iconic church Église Sainte-Marie in Church Point, Digby County. The parish announced that they received an anonymous offer to fund the restoration and the maintenance of the building, whose future has been up in the air. But there is one condition: Sainte-Marie must remain an active Catholic church in the parish. SaltWire's Tina Camo has the details.
For many years, the future of an historic and iconic wooden church in Church Point, Digby County has been as up in the air as the top of the steeple of the tallest wooden church in North America. Opened in 1905, Église Sainte-Marie has struggled with needed costly repairs, as it also saw its congregation size become smaller and smaller. The last service was held in this church in December 2019. By then, the church, whose pews could hold 900 people, had so few people attending services that they were instead held in the basement of the rectory building. It's been unknown whether the church would continue to stand or if it would be demolished. A local volunteer society spent years trying to find someone interested in repurposing and saving the structure, but did not succeed. But now, there may be a continued future for it. The Notre Dame de Cadiz parish says a generous offer has been received from an individual who would like to fund the restoration and ongoing operational maintenance cost of the church. It's an offered donation of $10 million to fund the restoration and ongoing operation and maintenance cost of the structure. There is a caveat, however. The funding is conditional that Église Sainte-Marie remains an active Catholic church in the parish. The parish and archdiocese says there are a lot of details to work out and several key gates to go through before or if the funding offer could move ahead. This includes determining the total cost involved and also hearing from parishioners. Meetings with parishioners to discuss the situation are planned for April 14th and 15th in Sonyville, Matagan, and St. Alphonse. This is Tina Camo reporting for SaltWire Network in Church Point, Digby County.
It's time now for a glimpse of today's Thinking Out Loud with Sheldon McLeod. Today, Sheldon is speaking with Educational Program Assistant Chris Melanson about a potential strike.
What happens if EPAs go on strike? What happens to the students they support?
We're not 100% sure what could happen. You know, we go to work every day and hope for the best. Hope to work with a fully staffed group and hope to provide some great learning experiences and settings for children. We are at a stalemate right now. Our members are telling us they need more, and if that doesn't happen, you know, nobody wants to go on strike. Nobody wants to stop doing what we do. You know, bottom line, and we've said it before, not one of our members, regardless of classification, but, you know, speaking about an EPA's perspective, nobody became an EPA to get rich. That's just not why we do this job. We do this job because we can relate to children. We enjoy working with them. You know, you get quite the boost when you're able to watch a child go through a school year with successes. It's difficult to do that. I mean, the morale is down when you're looking at other sectors, and believe you me, every single person out there that gets a wage increase, be that a nurse or a CCA, that's all well deserved. You know, the time is, and our members are saying this, the time is now for us to get a deserved wage as well.
And for Sheldon's full conversation, head to the opinion section of saltwire.com. Time now for the Atlantic Sports Wire, presented by Scott Squires.
Time now for quick questions with Callie Immiker. Callie is a volleyball player with the Dal AC Rams and recently was named Female Rookie of the Year.
I like to know what athletes eat on game day. What's your game day meal?
My game day meal is usually pasta, but game day snack, straight peanut butter, raw peanut butter. I love it, swear by it.
Peanut butter straight up, do you have it on anything?
Nope, just by the spoonful. If I have a banana, that's great, but usually just by the spoon.
And what about the pasta? Any kind of pasta sauce? You having any kind of proteins in there?
Pasta, chicken, sausage, whatever it is. Pasta, I just love it in general.
All right, it's game day. You're at the gym, you're warming up. If you could pick one song to listen to as your pump-up song, what would it be?
Kickstart My Heart, every time.
If you weren't playing volleyball, what would your sport of choice be?
That's a hard one. I think probably soccer. I have a past in soccer, but yeah.
Biggest difference between Swan River, Manitoba and Bible Hill, Nova Scotia?
Winter temperatures, for sure. Not many minus 41 days here.
Anything that you're binge watching right now? Any shows, movies, anything like that, series?
Binge watching Vikings right now.
And thoughts on Vikings?
I love it. Awesome.
In Halifax, I'm Scott Squires for the Atlantic Sports Wire.
Thank you, Scott. On to weather now to see what's coming up in the forecast. We're going to check in now with our weather specialist, Alistair Alders.
Thanks, Kate. Well, it was another stellar spring day here in HRM. We had lots of sunshine. Now, there was a difference in the temperature at the coast where I am in Heron Cove compared to inland locations. That southwest wind allowing temperatures right along the coast to be cooler, with temperatures rising as you made your way inland. But it will be cooler for everyone tomorrow. We have a bit of weather on the way that will see a change in wind direction. So this evening, increasing cloudiness and a chance of showers and drizzle overnight tonight. We'll see the temperature this evening near 9 degrees. And this is from frontal boundaries, so tomorrow winds will be out of the northwest. Now temperatures hold steady near 8 degrees throughout the day tomorrow with mainly cloudy skies and a chance of showers or drizzle. I do think most of this activity will be east of Halifax, but can't completely rule out a bit of wet weather here tomorrow. And in the afternoon, northwest winds will gust 30 to 50 kilometers per hour. So Chillier, although still above normal for this time of year, but breezy day in the HRM. Sunshine and double digits do return on our Thursday, and really we have a fair stretch of weather that will continue right through the upcoming weekend. Still looks like Friday, the best shot that will be in the high teens, maybe a few low 20s in parts of HRM. Overall, the pattern looking relatively calm as we go over the next few days. Just a few bumps in the road tonight, tomorrow, and for eastern Nova Scotia early on Friday. Kate.
Thank you, Alistair. That's all for now. For more extended video and full online articles, stay tuned to saltwire.com, and you can find us on social media. I'm your host, Kate Walker. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.